So last night I was talking to my daughter, and it was funny. I do this every morning where I'm like, "Good morning, God, good morning, God," and she says it, and we say our prayers or whatever. And last night, I was like, "Love you, Jesus," and she was like, "No," and I was like, right? I was like, "What is that?" So I asked God. I was like, "God, why can't she say I love you, Jesus?" Right? Look. And so God gives me this beautiful vision of this dream, right? Where he shows me him and I working on this house. Now, originally the house was like dark, and stuff was just not working. I mean, it was just not put together, like uninhabitable, like it wasn't even a home. And him and I are fixing it up. And it gets to this place where it's not like a home you can live in, but it is a finished work at that stage. And so basically, it's like the lights are working. There's a couple of floors, but on each floor, there's only so much ledge to the floor, space to the floor. Like, it's not a whole complete floor. It was like the whole center of the home was just gone. Or we're not finished. I was not that, because it's gone would mean that it was there, but now in this case, it just wasn't a finished work. It was completed work at that stage. Anyway, so I'm like, "Oh God, okay, like we can move in," and he was like, "You can't live here. It's like there's no center." And I was like, "No, we could, do this and make it a playroom and connect these things." And he's just like, "No, it's not safe, right? Like, you can't live here." So it's funny thing is, when I woke up, I had realized, like, the meaning slapped me in my face. So when you are a child and you have parents or a community of people around you, it's important that, and I'm using a child as an example, but I mean, we could talk about those who are spiritually young too, right? I'm just talking about my child, in this example. But what he showed me was, so it's our responsibility as a community to continue to make the foundation, right? We make the foundation for the child and for the person, the young believer, so that it's a completed work, like spiritually at the stage, to where as they get older, they can partner, right, also with God and continue to build out. And so what that looked like to me is, I'm going to continue to read her the Bible, take her to church, honor the Sabbath, honor the holy convocations, teach her the ways. And so that's the house, right? That's the halfway floors. And I was like, "Okay, God, so how does she get the Holy Spirit?" Because through the Holy Spirit, we're able to acknowledge truth and gain wisdom, right? So it's through truth and wisdom that we acknowledge who Christ and Jesus is. And so he was like, "If you keep building out her community and teaching her like godly principles, then she will begin to experience through different people and situations how the Holy Spirit moves, and the curiosity in her will grow for her to also have experiences, and through her own decisions, right? And she will then ask for the Holy Spirit to come. She will then want to know more about Jesus, and that's the invitation that creates those different floors. And I was so absolutely just kind of in awe, because I don't think I had ever experienced an explanation like in the spirit like that, of like what does it look like, the state that we're in before we have Christ, but as a child,